So here we've got two specimen grafted magnolias of different sizes. They're both looking pretty nice plants, and in a tunnel full of lots and lots of grafted magnolias. What are we looking for? We're looking for the thing which will kill, ruin and destroy this plant in your garden if you allow it to happen. You can see that's where the graft was. That's where the union was between the rootstock and the grafted material of a more important and more specialist plant. That graft was done about 2 years ago. It's taken very well. You can see that the plant, this is quite a small growing magnolia, the plant has done well. But from the base and from below the graft, we've got this vigorous green new shoot. Now that shoot is coming from the rootstock. I guess the rootstock we've used here would be Magnolia sargentiana robusta, which is going to produce flowers that are a totally different colour from what the plant is supposed to be, what was grafted onto it. Clearly, most of the energy is going into this fresh new shoot, and that's very dangerous because ultimately that shoot will take all the energy away from the original graft, and the original graft will die, and if you don't notice, you're going to end up with something completely different, and in 10 years time ring up the nursery and say my pink flower magnolia is actually flowered white, and we're going to say, can we have a look at the rootstock? And there you will see that has grown even bigger, and it's killed off the other part. So we need to sever this very cleanly and very closely, and to make sure that the cut is rounded and tight into the bottom. And there's a little shoot coming on the other side. We'll get rid of that one too. It may well be that it'll grow another shoot from below the graft, and we need to remove that as well. Once it gets established, you won't have this problem, but it is a serious problem. If we look at this plant here, we've got one new shoot coming from below ground level. We've also got a couple of little shoots from just above the graft, which are coming from the correct thing, but the most vigorous shoot is going to be this one from below ground level. That's the one we've got to get rid of. In fact, we'll get rid of the whole lot because we don't want any shoots coming at that level. So let's remove those little side shoots first. But this is the danger, this is the problem, and we need to cut that well back and cover that over. And now we've got all the energy going back into the top of the plant, which is exactly what we want. What we don't want is the energy going into this side shoot from below the graft, which is some other magnolia and not the one we want to be flowering and growing away in your garden. Now that's very simple to check. It's very simple to do once a year, but people who forget to do it are asking for trouble.